In traffic signals, junctions, roundabouts, you will find this board: start early, reach safely. Leaving the house 5 minutes early, we reach our destination safely. The person who leaves 5 minutes late does all types of circus on the road, jumps lane signals to reach there on time. This exactly is the fourth principle which we're going to see relating to financial planning. Let me demonstrate this with certain numbers. Like, let's say a person requires 10 million at the time of retirement, and let's say the interest which he can earn on the investment will be around 6% yearly. Assuming that he got 5 more years left, that is meaning that he starts at age 55, his contribution per month has to be 135,000 to reach the planned 1 crore 10 million. That's 10 million. Meaning, at the rate of 135,000 per month in 60 installments, he himself would have contributed 8.1 million. That's about 81 lakhs. At the end of 5 years, he makes his 1 crore. That is 10 million. Meaning, out of the total money earned, 81% was his own contribution. And the money earned by his money is 1.9 million, that's 19 lakhs, that's just 19%. If he had started at the age of 50, meaning 10 years more to retirement, he need to contribute just 58,000 per month. At this rate, his contribution would be around 7 million, and the money earned by his money will be close to 3 million. That is 70 lakhs is contribution and almost 30 lakhs is the interest earned. If he had started 5 years earlier, 15 years left for retirement, his contribution has to be just 33,750 per month. At this rate, his contribution will be 6 million. The money earned by his money will be close to 4 million. 60 lakhs own contribution, close to 40 lakhs is the money earned by his money. 20 years left for retirement. Starting at the age of 40, his contribution will be 21,450, 5.1 million. Money earned by his money is 4.9 million. The ratio is now 51%, 49%. If he had started at the age of 35, leaving 25 more years for retirement, his contribution will be just 14,250, 4.3 million. Now you will find the money earned by his money is more than even his own contribution. Look at the screen, it's close to 5.7 million. If he had started at age 30, his investment would be just 9,750 per month, 3.5 million own money. Money earned by his money is close to 6.5 million. See how the trend reverses. If we were to draw the map of a person's life, it will appear something similar to this. The initial period of our life, we are supported by our parents. Thereafter, once we finish our graduation, we get employed. And before we get married, meaning before we acquire a family, we are independent. The money earned can be spent the way we want. After marriage, once children enter the family, now we play the role of supportive to our children so that they can fulfill their dreams. At one point of time, all children will grow up and they'll settle down in life. We may have to retire. And after retirement, look at this map. The road will take three directions. It's for us to choose now what road we would prefer at that junction. One road will take us to a life called as independent or independent and contributing, meaning we're not just independent, but we make good use of our time. That's called independent and contributing. Independent meaning not expecting even 1 cent from anybody else, including children. Now look at the second option available, the second road, dependent on children or dependent on society. The third road, by default, struggling for life. What should be the road we'll take at that junction has to be decided right now. Look at the previous slide which you saw, the money which we have given and the money earned by us. If we start early, then possibly we can have a life of independent and contributing. The more we postpone, we end up either dependent on children's society or on struggling of life. If you just look around your locality, you will find majority of the people after retirement or on the roads like struggling for life or dependent on children, dependent on society. Why did they end up there? Is it that they did not have income? They did have income at some point of time in their life. They had income, but they not started. They didn't start saving, and if they did start, they started quite late. In fact, we need to plan right now. Just examine how serious this issue is. If we want this type of a life, now is where we need to start. 10950, 10,950. What does it indicate to you? The number of trains in the Indian Railways? No, no, no. 10,950 simply means the number of times a person need to eat after retirement in 10 years thereafter. Meaning if I retire at the age of 60, live till 70, I'll have to eat 10,950 times. 3 times a day, breakfast, lunch and dinner, multiplied by 365 days a year into number of years 10,950. If each of the meal is going to cost us 100 rupees, I need close to about 1.1 million just to eat this many times. If I don't get invited up there in 10 years and I'm left here for 20 years, then the money required is almost 2.2 million. If both husband and wife stay together here, then it's close to 4.5 million. Do we have that much money? This is the right time to start off thinking about it. Otherwise, we will by default end up in the roads called as dependent on children or dependent on society or struggling on the life. I'm talking about the road with reference to our map which we saw earlier. The map. So how do I do this? See, people who do not plan for the retirement right now, who keep postponing the retirement funding, are extending their working life. They can't retire at 60. Maybe they work another 5 more years. Still they don't have enough money, so work for another 5 years. They are extending their working life. Let us look at a concept called as an adopted son. Let's say we got 2 children and we do keep spending money on their education and on other requirements. Suppose a person saves every year an amount equal to 20% of the money invested on children education and other requirements towards his retirement fund. Assume that the school fees has gone up by 20%. We still will pay the school fees. We are not going to pull out the children from that school. Assume it happened and keep the 20% for ourselves, and let's name this investment as the adopted son. Look what the adopted son will yield us. This chart put before you, the table, shows you the effect of having 2 children, Starting from age 5 to 10, we spend close to 100,000 every year on their education and other requirements. Starting from age 11 up to their age 16, we spend around 200,000 every year. And from age 17 upwards, it's 300,000 every year. At the age of 18, they come to the crossroads in education, meaning now it is time for them to decide whether they'll become an engineer, doctor, or a chartered accountant. And to put them into that type of an education, we require close to 2.5 million, 25 lakhs. Same is the case at the age of 23. Now they go into post graduation. Now at that time, another 2.5 million, 25 lakhs. Multiple effect of this, the value at the age of 60 we will be having in our balance will be 23 million. Of course, here I am assuming a 10% yield on the investment, 23 million. This is the power of an adopted son. Start early, reach safely. Some people tell me, in one of the doctors' meeting, we were talking to them about savings. One doctor told me, Mr. Gopinath, you're right. I hope we met 10 years before. Right now, I've purchased all the instruments for my hospital, machines, and all those diagnostic tools through loans. So maybe next 5 years I'll be busy only repaying. But from thereafter, I'll start saving. I ask him, can you can you start with 100 rupees a month savings? What do you mean 100? What is it going to get me? Don't ask this question. If it's 100, start with 100. Can you start 500 rupees a month? He says yes. It's not a big deal. Can. Then start. Don't wait for the big day where you can start saving to 1,000. Can you start 5,000 a month? He asks his wife, can we set aside 5,000? She says yes, we can. With little sort of budgeting, we can do that. Tell him start now. Don't ask what it will work out towards. It will work out to something. Start now. Start early. Reach safely.